Bryan Spears just dropped a bombshell on everyone waiting for his take on Britney's new book. After being hounded by fans and the media, he finally decided to go live on Instagram, and man, his response was nothing short of shocking. Instead of the expected supportive brother routine, Bryan let loose, expressing his frustration and disbelief over the contents of the book. He didn't hold back, calling out specific parts of the book he found to be exaggerated or untrue, and challenging the narrative that Britney has presented. His raw and unfiltered response left viewers stunned, as he shattered expectations and showed a side of himself that the public rarely sees. Social media is now buzzing with reactions, as people try to process Bryan's unexpected outburst and what it means for the Spears family dynamic. Bryan completely unleashed, not mincing his words as he called Britney out, labeling her a liar and a fraud. He accused her of blowing situations out of proportion in her book, especially when it came to recounting events involving their family. He was visibly angered and exasperated, stating that she twisted the truth to fit her narrative, creating a distorted version of reality. Bryan emphasized that while he understands her need to share her story, he cannot stand by and watch her tarnish their family's name with falsehoods and exaggerations. He passionately expressed that the Britney portrayed in the book is not the sister he grew up with, and he's tired of her playing the victim while painting everyone else as the villain. Bryan's words were sharp and filled with a sense of betrayal, as he demanded accountability and truthfulness, not just for his sake, but for the sake of their entire family. Bryan didn't hold back, calling Britney out for what he believes is an unfair portrayal of their sister, Lynn, in the book. He was quick to highlight that calling her a total bitch was a bit much, and he even went as far as to say it's somewhat of a lie. Bryan pointed out that the internet isn't flooded with stories of Lynn's kindness towards Britney, and he's convinced that Britney is using this to her advantage, manipulating the narrative to suit her version of events. He was adamant that there's a lot more to the story than what's being shared, and he's not about to let Britney's book be the final word on their family dynamics. Bryan then unleashed a torrent of words about Justin Timberlake, a pivotal figure from Britney's past, accusing him of being a manipulator and stating that he had witnessed Justin's manipulative behavior towards Britney firsthand. He challenged the way Britney portrayed her relationship with Justin in her book, asserting that she had twisted the narrative to suit her own perspective. Bryan was adamant in his stance, encouraging others to question the story presented in Britney's book and to seek out the full picture. He emphasized the importance of recognizing that every story has multiple facets, and he was determined to shed light on the truth as he saw it, insisting that Britney's account of her relationship with Justin was missing crucial details and context. Bryan didn't hesitate to dive into the Justin Timberlake saga, his face contorting with anger as he recounted the negative impact Justin had on Britney. He labeled Justin a manipulator, sharing that he had witnessed firsthand the toll that Justin's actions took on his sister. Bryan was vehement, stating that if he could turn back time, he would beat Justin's ass for the way he treated Britney. He emphasized that his sister might be a bit crazy, but that in no way justified Justin's behavior towards her. Moving on from his fiery start, Bryan then shifted gears to talk about his relationship with Britney, expressing a deep love for his sister despite the recent turmoil. He reminisced about their childhood, sharing stories of how they used to be incredibly close, even sharing a bed when they were younger. These memories painted a picture of a sibling bond that was once unbreakable. Bryan made it clear that no matter the disagreements or the distance that had grown between them, his love for Britney was unwavering. He acknowledged the complexity of their relationship but emphasized that he was willing to fight to get back the closeness they once shared. While addressing the recent controversies surrounding his sister's book, took a moment to reflect on their shared past. He fondly remembered the times when they were children, emphasizing that despite the current disagreements, their bond as siblings was once incredibly strong. Bryan recalled a particularly challenging time when he was in a gruesome accident in the 6th grade. During that period, Britney was his pillar of strength, refusing to leave his side. He shared a touching memory of how Britney, in a gesture of sibling love and support, even slept in the same bed with him to ensure he wasn't alone. "Those were the days when our bond was unbreakable," Bryan remarked. "It hurts to see how things have changed." Bryan, delving deeper into the harsh realities of Britney's past, revealed a particularly strict rule imposed by their father that affected Britney profoundly. He shared that Britney wasn't even allowed to eat candy, not even during festivities like Halloween, a restriction that greatly annoyed and upset her. She was just a kid, you know, and she couldn't understand why she was being treated so differently, especially on a day that's supposed to be fun for children, Bryan expressed, his frustration evident. He confirmed that this detail was another accurate part of Britney's book, showcasing the extent of control exerted over her life, even in seemingly trivial matters. Bryan continued, stating that these stringent rules and the constant criticism took a toll on Britney's happiness and well-being. He reiterated the quote from the book, "If I thought getting criticized about my body in the press was bad, it hurt even more from my own father." He repeatedly told me I looked fat and that I was going to have to do something about it. Bryan acknowledged witnessing the noticeable shift in Britney's demeanor during these times, emphasizing that while Britney has her eccentricities, the negative influences from their father and Justin Timberlake were undeniable. It's clear that the public's perception has been significantly influenced by recent revelations and discussions. Justin's apology following the Framing Britney Spears documentary stands in stark contrast to Bryan Spears' depiction of him as a manipulative figure in Britney's life. Bryan's first-hand experience and observations provide a raw and unfiltered perspective, painting Justin in a negative light and accusing him of causing significant harm to Britney. This is a far cry from Justin's public apology, which could be interpreted as an attempt to acknowledge past mistakes and make amends. The backlash Justin faced after the release of Britney's memoir, highlighted by Lance Bass, reflects a societal shift towards holding individuals accountable for their actions, especially when it comes to the treatment of women in the entertainment industry. This aligns with Bryan's call for a more balanced view and a critical examination of the story presented in Britney's book. Bryan's insistence on recognizing multiple sides to every story is crucial in understanding the full context of Britney and Justin's relationship, as well as the impact of their breakup on Britney's life. When comparing the controversies and Bryan's statements, it becomes apparent that there are varying perspectives on Justin's role in Britney's past struggles. While Bryan provides a first-hand account of the events and their impact on his sister, the public apology and criticism of Justin highlight a broader societal shift towards accountability and re-examination of past events. Ultimately, understanding the full scope of Justin and Britney's relationship requires considering all these perspectives, acknowledging the complexity of the situation, and recognizing the lasting impact of their relationship on both individuals. The Twitterverse has erupted into a frenzy, with users passionately voicing their opinions on the Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears saga. Tweets are flying left and right, with a majority expressing disdain towards Justin, labeling him a jerk and condemning his past actions. Finally, someone said it. Justin Timberlake really showed his true colors back then, and it's about time we all acknowledge it, one user exclaimed, reflecting the general sentiment of the online community. Another chimed in, Britney deserved so much better. Justin's apology now doesn't change the past. Justice for Britney. The platform is buzzing with support for Britney, as fans and supporters alike rally behind her, appreciating the support she's receiving from her brother, Bryan, despite their past differences. Bryan Spears is receiving an outpour of support and gratitude from the Twitter community for standing up for his sister. Bryan Spears spilling the tea and standing up for Britney is the sibling solidarity we needed. Past is past, but this is now. Britney strong, a tweet read, highlighting the positive shift in public opinion towards him. It's heartwarming to see Bryan put aside their differences and be there for Britney when she needs it the most. Justin, take notes. Family first, another user posted, emphasizing the importance of family support in tough times. The overwhelming support for Britney and Bryan showcases a united front from the public as they navigate the complexities of the situation and demand accountability from those involved. All right, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the whirlwind of controversies, family drama, and public outcry surrounding Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, and Bryan Spears. If you've enjoyed this roller coaster of emotions and revelations, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. Smash subscribe to stay updated because you won't want to miss what we've got coming up next. We're just getting started. And of course, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, theories, or just some love and support for Britney. Let's keep the conversation going and create a space where all voices can be heard. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.